Alright, it's late. I'm not sure why I'm doing this prediction video, but at this time of hour, but UFC 254 or UFC 255, actually, my bad. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. I'm gonna give out my predictions real quick. I'm probably just gonna run through these predictions because right now it's like 2 a.m. I'm not sure why I'm recording this video right now. I was just like, I forgot to record it before bed, and because it's like just so late that I wouldn't have time to actually make this recording by tomorrow, because then there's only like one day until the fight happens. So I'm just gonna go through these cards real quick. Probably gonna keep it under 10 minutes for the predictions, and we'll get started. So first fight in the card is by lightweight Gram Kuta. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna pretend to pronounce that guy's name. Gram versus Cal Fernandez at lightweight. I'm actually gonna go with Gram. Never heard of this guy before, but I just have a feeling he's gonna win. He's one of those like Eastern Asian guys, or I don't know, something like that. I'm just gonna go with him by a knockout, whatever. Bantamweight Nathan Fletcher versus Carl Longworm. I'm actually gonna go with Nathan Fletcher. Pretty sure I've seen this guy fight before, like at least once. I might be wrong, but I think I have a feeling he's gonna win by decision. I'm pretty sure I've seen him fight at least once. I can't remember when. I might be wrong though. Women's strawweight fight, Shana Bonin versus Puya Tamar. I'm gonna go with Shana Bonin. They're both 31, both 5 foot. Actually, no, they're a little bit different. One is 5'4", one is 5'3" at strawweight. You know, I don't really care about women's bantamweight. You guys know that's a female in my channel. I don't really care about any women's MMA fights, really. So I'm not even gonna bother. But I'm just gonna go with Shannon Bannon by decision, whatever. Middleweight Christian Leroy Duncan versus Andre Polivave. I'm gonna go with Christian Leroy Duncan, and I'm gonna go with by decision. Right now, middleweight is like a bit of a mess right now. There's not really that many serious contenders at middleweight. It seems like we're just getting like lower skill. Middleweight right now is in a terrible place. Well, it's definitely better during Adesanya era. During Adesanya like era when he was champion, man, middleweight was terrible. You know, like we were starting to just get the same old matchups again, and it was like, oh, can you just fight like someone else? So, ironically enough, when Pereira took the belt off Adesanya, the middleweight division actually started to shake up a bit. And so was when Dricus beat Whitaker, but now it seems like it's starting to get a little bit stale again. There's some people coming up, but when it comes to prospects, there's not really any prospect at middleweight, unfortunately. Shemaya doesn't count. Doesn't count anymore, in my opinion. He's not really new. And that's really about it when it comes to middleweight. But I'm just going to go with Christian Leroy Duncan by decision. Marcin Tybura. I know Tom Aspinall's a big fan of this guy. Versus Mick Parkin. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with Mick Parkin. Tybura is a bit of like a meme fighter, so is Mick Parkin, but Mick Parkin's actually undefeated at heavyweight, which is something. Well, he's pretty much fighting bums, cans. It's not really a big deal. And Tybura actually has like a decent fighting record, even though like it's 26 wins and 9 losses. Like, yeah, that seems like it's a lot of losses, but he's actually not really that bad as people say he is. The logical choice if you're a betting man would be to put Tybura, but I'm going to go with Mick Parkin for some odd reason. I just feel like he might pull it off, but I wouldn't bet against actually picking Tybura. Tybura is actually probably like the safer option. I'm just being a little bit risky. All right, flyweight. Lonar Cavani versus Felipe Dos Santos. This guy's name is actually Lonar. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with Felipe Dos Santos, even though Lonar is undefeated, and Dos Santos has 8 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. They actually have the same amount of wins, both at 8 wins. It's just that Lonar is undefeated. Yeah, I'm just going to go to Felipe Dos Santos by a knockout. I don't know why, but I have a feeling we could get a knockout, even though knockouts at, like, flyweight aren't really that often. Like, when was the last knockout that happened at flyweight? I can't think of any. We don't really get that many flyweight fights. All right, next fight, Jai Herbert versus Chris Padilla. I'm going to go with Herbert, actually. I know Jai Herbert isn't really known for anything in particular besides getting beat up by Topuria. Well, he almost knocked out Topuria with a leg kick, or not a leg kick, my bad, a head kick, but then like Topuria did like a masterful recovery and then knocked him out. But that's really all Jai Herbert is known for. I don't really know shit about Chris Padilla, so I'm just going to go with Herbert by decision. All right, moving on to the main card. This is where it actually starts to get a little bit exciting, because the rest of the card, like prelims, isn't really that exciting except for maybe like 2 free fights. Maybe 2 fights, actually. And this is Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Cherry. I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood. I think I'm going to go with Wood by decision. Yeah, I'm going to go with decision. I've seen him fight before, but I can't remember his exact fighting style. All right, Jordan Van Koenig versus Chris Duncan at lightweight. I'm going to go with Chris Duncan. I'm actually going to go with Chris Duncan by knockout. Yeah, all right, knockout in like round 2. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. All right, next fight. Molly McCann versus Alexander Cesaro. I'm gonna go with Alexandria, or whatever you say your name, Alexera. I think, yeah, I think that's her name. I really can't stand Molly McCann. Just, just her face alone makes her seem insufferable to me, so that's one reason to pick against her. Next fight. This is where it actually starts to get exciting. The last three fights of the fight card are actually the best ones, really. I would have missed these if I were you. Actually, you can even ignore the rest of the card and just tune into these last three fights if you're one of those people that doesn't really have time to sit and watch a card all day. Because at the end of the day, fight nights, most of the time, they're not really that special. But Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. I'm actually going to go with Gunnar Nelson. I think Holland is washed. Holland used to be one of those guys that was like up and coming. He used to fight so often. He used to have great fights. I still remember when this guy knocked out Jacare off of his back. That's crazy. Jacare Souza off your back? Not too many people can do that. And then, like, I know he had a run-in with Brunson, and that, like, kind of ruined his confidence. And, like, he was just saying, oh, Brunson, you a bitch because you wrestled me and this and that. But Holland has gone in so damn insufferable lately. You guys seen the thing with, like, what's his face? You guys seen the thing with the Jackson podcast with Rampage? Where he was, like, telling fucking Rampage to his face, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what a 45-70 is? Like, who the fuck cares about a fucking gun caliber, man? The fuck does that have to do with fighting? Like, Kevin Holland has gone in really insufferable anointing lately. And he's just, like, autistic maxing, or, you know? He's just acting like a bit of a spaz. And this is, like, leaving a bad taste in so many fans' mouth. And I really do think that Holland is also particularly washed. And I don't think he's going to win again. Holland is just... It's over for him, man. I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson by decision. Or better yet, maybe even a submission. Seeing Holland get submitted would be amazing. Because Holland is pretty much turned from fan favorite to, like, universally hated. Holland is not good anymore. Washed. Next fight. And you can even make the argument for this being more exciting than the main event. Is Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Oberg. Yeah, man. I want to pick Jan. But I actually think Carlos Oberg is going to win. As crazy as that sounds. The thing is, Jan is 42 years old. He's coming off a shoulder injury, I think. I think it was shoulder injury. I might be wrong. I don't know what it is, but it was an injury that prevented him from fighting for a long time. And at 42 years old, even though he was previously a champ, he's not the most athletic guy. He's always had one of those, like, plodding, move forward fighting styles. He's not really, like, exciting or technically efficient. He's just someone that's, like, so old, so, like, experienced that he can just make it work. And one of the ways he can make that work is with his durability and his power. He's got a lot of power in those hands and those kicks. But I just think Oberg... Give me a second. Ugh. I just think Oberg doesn't have it in him. Or, my bad, I think Jan doesn't have it in him. Oberg, even though he only has one loss, he's got 12 wins. He's on the younger side. You know, he has momentum. And I think that's one of the things that's going to be the reason why he wins against Jan. You know, I could be wrong. I could just see, like, a Hail Mary. I could see Jan maybe pulling off, like, a Hail Mary head kick or a KO punch. Sorry about the table squeaking, by the way. But I just don't think it's enough. I think it's going to go by Oberg by decision. Yeah, it's probably going to be 3 rounds, too. So I'm just going to go with Oberg by decision. All right, moving on to the main event. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Now, I know Sean Brady only has 1 loss and 17 wins. Leon Edwards has 4 losses. One of them to Usman, one of them to Wallah Muhammad. Both of them former champs. I don't remember his other 2 losses. I really don't. I think he only has 2 losses in the UFC, and that's really about it. I'm gonna go with Leon Edwards, man. I'm gonna go with Leon by decision. I don't think Leon is gonna be pulling off no fucking, like, Hail Mary head kicks again. Just like in the second Usman fight. I know Sean Brady has, like, the grappling style to potentially give Leon Edwards issues, but I just don't think Sean Brady is that good, like, as we think he is. Like, I know his only loss is to the current champ, Wallah Muhammad, and, you know, that's not really a big deal when you lose against the champ. And even then, some people make the argument, oh, but Bilal wasn't champ by that point. He wasn't champ. Well, it doesn't really matter if he goes on to move on champ. If anything, the loss aged better. And it doesn't look like that big of a deal now that we think about it. But I don't think Sean Brady has enough in the tank to, like, wrestle against Leon Edwards and actually make it work. I think Leon has just enough where he can like deny those takedowns, or maybe even like reverse the takedowns and like control him and like outpoint him. Like I'm thinking like Leon is just gonna decision point him. Honestly, I don't think Leon is gonna put like a clinic, and neither do I think Sean Brady is. I mean, I could be wrong. For all we know, maybe Leon jumps off a cliff. Like, here's the thing: Leon Edwards has the skill set to be like a really incredible like welterweight. He could have been like potentially the GOAT if he never lost to Bilal and just like had like 4 or 5 more title defenses. But the problem is he just doesn't have the mindset for it. Leon is one of those fighters where he doesn't have like a fighter's mindset. He has like an athlete's mindset. And ironically enough, it's not the skill set that makes Leon bad. It's just like his mentality that makes him worse. That's one of the reasons why he lost the Bilal fight. We saw in the final round that he actually got like the advantage and elbowed him pretty hard. I feel like if that fight would have went like 1 more minute, we just could have saw like Leon Edwards just finish Bilal with like those elbows. I don't know if you guys saw the match live, but you remember in like the last round, he was like hitting them with those elbows, and I was like, oh shit, can he get a finish here? Leon has the skill set to possibly be one of the GOATs of welterweight, but unfortunately he gave that up because of his mentality. Leon just doesn't have a fighter's mentality. But I'm going to go with Leon Edwards by decision. I just think he's going to point and I'll jab him to a decision. If Sean Brady tries to shoot for a takedown, the takedowns are going to get denied. Or I think he's going to reverse the takedowns, and Leon is actually going to, like, just control him. And I think it's just going to be, like, not even that competitive, I think. I think Leon is going to win, like, 3 rounds. 3 or 4 rounds. I could be wrong, like I said. But I'm pretty confident picking Leon Edwards. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. It's 2 a.m. Tired. Just wanted to make this video before the fight happens. I know I should have made this video, like, 2 days ago. But I've just been so busy. And, I haven't really had that much time to talk about fighting. I should start making more videos now that I think about it. I haven't really made that many videos lately. And I should really start improving my edits. The problem is I'm doing all this from a phone. I don't have a computer. I don't even have like the proper space in like my house to have like a recording booth or anything like that. I'm usually doing these in like the kitchen and the garage. So that just tells you like how bad everything is. But I do this for fun, at 61 subscribers now. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. And I never even expected 10 people to subscribe, let alone 60. And is it going to actually head anywhere? I doubt it. I doubt my channel is ever going to blow up or even reach like 1,000 subscribers. But just having 60 alone people choosing to press subscribe to me is pretty cool. And I really appreciate it. And, who knows? Maybe as time passes by, I'll learn to make better videos, make better edits, and we'll see what happens by then. If I can get more time, too. That's the thing, because sometimes I don't have time to make these videos. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be very soon, considering the fight is just about to happen in, like, less than 2 days from now. Alright, bye-bye.